Okay, it looks like we're on. All right, so excited that we have some lovely ladies here to share their testimonies with us tonight. If you're new to Plexus and new to our group, my name is Marla Stegman, and I am a blessed, very blessed Sapphire Ambassador. I've been with the company for 6 years. All right, so excited that we have some lovely ladies here to share their testimonies with us tonight.
Oh,
To Plexus. What's happening? Hold on a second. Statement, and I am a blessed, very blessed Sapphire Ambassador. I've been with the company for 6 years. You guys, what's happening? All right, so excited that we have some.
I would try muting your computer because it is going to be delayed, and that's okay.
But then
just try to mute it so that you're not getting
This has
feedback.
never happened before. I wonder if this is the update.
Maybe.
We'll try it again.
I would try muting your computer because it is going to be delayed, and that's okay.
Then I muted my.
Just try to mute it so that you're not getting feedback.
Never happened before. Okay, so I'm hoping somebody tell me in the comments if you can hear me right now, and we'll get started. So I'll talk a little bit about our company. So we have Plexus has focuses on gut health, blood sugar balance, nutrition, energy, and skin care. Okay, they say they can hear me. Okay, good. Oh, now it popped over to another place. You guys, so I updated this new Zoom today, and it's definitely not acting like it usually does. So, but anyway, our company has amazing products, and that's the reason I'm here 6 years later. I was a teacher when I started. Now I'm retired thanks to Plexus because of our amazing products and business plan that matches that. I've been able to use this as a pretty much business when I want to work it. There are different ways to purchase the products, which I'll go into a little bit later. If you're new, I would like you to put your name in the chat also, and your address, because we're going to have a gift for anybody that's new tonight, and put in there also the ambassador that invited you, so we know their first and last name. Okay. And to get the vision of our company is to build hope, health, and happiness so everyone can live a healthier lifestyle. We are open in 5 countries: United States, Canada, Australia, Mexico, and New Zealand. Our products are made with clean ingredients. We work with the medical advisory board with doctors on all of our product formulation, and it's based on scientific facts and evidence. We have a 60-day money-back guarantee, which shows how confident Plexus is about our products and our supplements and skincare. They're focused on, like I said, gut health, nutrition, weight management, brain and body energy, and Joyome is our skincare that's European approved, and we have collagen also. So with that, I would like to start the testimonies. We have 4 gals with us tonight. Leann is going to go first. She is just very grateful for her having better health, her son's constipation issues, and she's got a little bit more to share too. So go ahead, Leann.
Hi. Yeah, before Plexus, I was a total wreck. I was running to the doctor all the time, whether if it was for my son or for myself. He had terrible ear infections all the time. I would catch anything and everything. I mean, it was horrible because the doctors knew me by name, the nurses, the pharmacist. I could just email them and they knew what was going on, and all the answer would be is another antibiotic. So I was busy with antibiotics trying to treat colds. My son, he would get them so bad where he would be on a nebulizer, inhalers, because we get like induced colds. And then with this, it began with like toddlers constipation, to the point where he would throw up because he would be so backed up. I took him to the pediatric GI specialist. His answer was Marilax. I took a chiropractor. I mean, I went through a lot of mom guilt too, because through this, a lot of parents, other moms would say, oh, you just need to make sure he sits on the toilet, and so forth. And so I would get after him and we would have those arguments. And I felt bad because I didn't know if it was in his control or if it was psychological. He even saw a counselor too. So I tried anything and everything. Then my friend Alicia introduced me to the Plexus products. So I followed her and I was like, really? Just supplements, how can they make that big of a difference? Also, I was seeing all these specialists, and how they never introduced me to a probiotic or even mentioned that, or, talk about the importance of the gut bacteria. So I followed Alicia for a year, kept watching her, asking her questions. I think I asked her questions that came close to purchasing about 3 times before I actually was like, okay, I'm going to do this. Basically came rock bottom because my son he was in kindergarten, still in pull-ups, still having Marilax, couldn't control it. He would cry. He's like, Mom, kids are making fun of me because I'm still in pull-ups in kindergarten, and we live in a small town where it's a small classroom and he's with these kids through senior year. And to this day, they still use that against him. And I tried everything and everything. So finally I told Alicia, okay, I'll try it, So I tried it in September of 2017. My son was he was in kindergarten, and it was the following summer. So not even quite a year yet, where he dramatically was capable of pooping on his own by having the children's multivitamins. And I also gave him the BioCleanse sometimes to help kind of clear his system out. And by that summer, he could go on his own. He was not wearing pull-ups. He could control it. He was such an amazing kid. Because when you sit with your son for 3 to 4 years, sitting in the bathroom trying to make sure that he poops, or making sure, like, keeping track of it and so forth, and now being able to just trust him and him being happy that he can do it on his own and he doesn't have those issues anymore. I only wish I would have listened to my friend sooner and started the products, just because I did go to all those specialists before even trying it. And it would have helped him a lot sooner. Even for myself, I was constantly sick. So Alicia, once again, she introduced me to the triplex. And so I started with that, and I started feeling more energetic, losing weight, inflammation. And I can't remember when was the last time I was on an antibiotic. It's crazy how just over time, you don't realize it, but your body gets so well. I don't drink that Diet Coke that I always drank because I wasn't a coffee drinker. I now take Active because it helps kind of get me through those slow days, and Slim is amazing too. And also I crave water. I don't buy Diet Coke anymore. I just drink water, and it's good for me and I feel great. But I also drink beer too. So gotta have that as well. But yeah, it's been a long journey. Like I said, I started in 2017. Now we're in 2021. And I was just talking to my son before I came on, Because I told him, I'm like, are you okay with me sharing your story? And he's like, Mom, if it's going to help other kids to not go through what I did, definitely do it. So I was so proud of him because I know he gets embarrassed of it. But I told him I was helping other mommies. So yeah, I just am amazed that these products can do what they do. I just wish that more people would understand how well they work, because when I try talking to them about it, they give me the same look that I gave, where you're kind of crazy, you know, or you're just another company that's trying to sell me something, just because there's so much out there. But Plex is truly amazing, where I can honestly say it works, and it has helped not only myself, but my son through years of a battle with something that it should have never been. So yeah, I guess that's my story.
That's, you know, you're not alone with waiting a while to share your story, because I think there's many on our team that just kind of, you know, it takes a lot to share the personal story, but when you realize it can help so many others, and what a blessing for your son, and the fact that he wants to help others too. And just thank you so much, Leann. Your story just really will help others. It will, because it's kind of normal where kids aren't going to the bathroom like they should be, and that shouldn't be normal. So when you get to the root cause, like our products do, it's amazing what happens. So thank you, Leann, so much.
Thank you.
Yes. And next we have Rhonda Olson. And Rhonda, there you
Hello.
go. Hi.
Hi.
Are you ready to share your story?
Yeah, I think so. I have only been on Plexus since December, well, the beginning of December, end of November, beginning of December. I actually contacted Andrea just because of some of the things that I had seen her post on Facebook. In December, I turned 53. And I'm very active. I'm an athletic trainer. I work with collegiate athletes. I work out 5 to 7 days a week. And I was convinced I had been through menopause for various reasons, but mostly because I could not get rid of the weight through my middle, and I was not sleeping at all. Like, I was tossing and turning every single night, and I was unhappy, just with how I felt. And no matter what I did, the weight kept coming on and I couldn't sleep. I used to teach nutrition, so I should be able to control my weight. And so just one day I decided, you know what, I'm going to reach out to Andrea. And so she got me started on the triplex. And probably within about 2 weeks, I was sleeping better. In the meantime, I found out that I had not been through menopause. So then I'm like, well, now I'm just fat. So then I was even madder. But so I joined the first intermittent fasting challenge in December, which was, I think it was a 2-week one. And I have tried intermittent fasting before, and not a clean fast, a semi-clean fast, and had a little success with it. And I had some success with the one in December. I was on vacation for about 4 of the days during it, so I didn't have the success I probably could have. And then I wanted to continue, so I did the January intermittent fasting challenge. And I think that's kind of where I turned the corner, except that the funny thing is like, I mean, through that 30-day process, I probably lost about 4 pounds, and I was really getting upset with the scale, which I know better. But I did see in the inflammation in my body, my face looked thinner. I felt better. My clothes were fitting better. And so then I also added the collagen and started using that. I can't say I've used that super consistently, mostly because of the intermittent fasting, because when you're in that window, sometimes I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot to bring it with and stuff like that. But I have been getting more consistent with that. But at the end of that intermittent fasting challenge, I was I was down only a total of 4 pounds, but by the end of February, I was down a total of 10 and could really see it and feel it. You could see more muscle and things like that. But and that to me is a great benefit, but just how I feel is better. I have since in the last 3 weeks, I added the active. So, and I'm trying to consistently stay with intermittent fasting just because I think it works for me. I feel better. My mental clarity is better. I'm sleeping like 5 hours at a time now, which is pretty good. So, and I just overall, like, I don't hit the wall at 8:30, 9 o'clock like I was. In fact, last week, one night we were doing things around the house and my husband, it was 10:15 and he goes, "You're not in bed yet?" I'm like, no. And I get up at 5. So, but I really do like the active also. Now today I just got a shipment. I want to try the protein shakes. Just sometimes when I'm on the go, it's an easier meal replacement for me. So I want to go with that. And the last week, I've been really busy at work, so I haven't been as like I took Friday, Saturday. I did not do the intermittent fasting. Mostly, I was really busy and I was feeling tired. So I think a lot of it is you have to listen to your body. And I probably wasn't getting the water that I was supposed to be getting either. So I think, I mean, everything kind of comes together. But so far it's been great for me.
Awesome. How long do you think it took before you noticed your sleep getting better?
Between 2 and 3 weeks.
Yeah,
It was
think
pretty
'cause
quick.
I'm in
I
the
started-
three-way chat. It seems to me I remember it happening pretty
Yeah,
right away. And
yeah,
then
it was
how
pretty
is
quick.
how is your cravings? Did you notice a difference in your cravings?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't, because I'm a chocolate lover and I don't, you know, I can walk by it and not touch it now, which is a major thing. And that 2 to 3 o'clock dip in the day where you're and normally normally at work, you know, between 2 and 4 o'clock, I'm pretty busy. This year, because of changes with COVID, we didn't have games and practices and stuff like we usually do. So that's my time where I always tell everybody when I'm home during the summer, as long as I don't sit down between 2 and 4, I'm fine. Otherwise, if I sit down, I'm gonna, you know, fall asleep or get into a slump. So yeah, it definitely also helped those cravings.
Yeah, and you started on the triplex, right?
Right. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that good old triplex. It seems like that will take care of our cravings. The first time I ever felt like I had self-control over chocolate was like a
Yeah.
week in on the products. And first time in my life, I didn't want to grab chocolate at the grocery store. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. It's kind of fun to walk by that aisle, right?
It is. It's like, ha ha.
I can do this. Yeah, that's
Yes.
true. That's very true.
Well, thank you so much for sharing. Is there any more that you have?
No,
to
I think
share?
that's it. I
Great
think that's
story.
it.
I'm so happy for you. And as we age and become more mature, and it's important we feel better and not worse, right?
Yeah, well, and I mean, the sleep issue was, I tried everything. I knew melatonin has never worked for me. And I tried various different supplements and magnesium and all these things. And it just was just like nothing would work. So, so that's huge. Everybody likes me better when I'm getting some sleep.
Yes, definitely. And when you balance blood sugars and get rid of that candida and fungus in our bodies, it's amazing what can happen. So
Mm-hmm.
awesome. Well, thank you, Rhonda.
Uh-huh. You're welcome.
Okay, next we'll have I think it's going to be Sara.
Hi.
Hi, Sara.
So good to see your face.
I know you too. Sara and I met 2019 at the, right? I think that was the first time in August. And yeah, I just want to,
We've met before, but I can't remember.
I know things get foggy.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me on. I'm Sara Randolph and we live in Missouri. We have 3 boys, been married for almost 15 years. And we used to be in ministry, full-time ministry for a long time, our whole marriage, until about 2 years ago. I started these products 5 years ago. I too started on the triplex, that pink drink, ProBio 5 and BioCleanse. I started because after I had baby number 3, the doctors, like the midwife would come in, when after you have a baby, then the pediatrician, and then the nurses, all the routine checkups. And I was sick. I had some sort of cold or something. They put me on an antibiotic, and they all said, make sure you take your probiotic 4 hours apart from this antibiotic. And I'm like, probiotic? I don't even know what that is. Like, what are you talking about? And they all just assumed I was doing this. And I'm like, I don't even know what that is. And they said, I eventually asked them, and they said, well, you can just get it at the pharmacy or, whatever. And I thought, no, I have a friend, Ryan. She has been posting about this probiotic. I'll reach out to her. And so I did. And so she mailed me a whole bunch of products, like 2 or 3 months worth of stuff. And it sat in my cupboard for a very long time. I didn't understand what sort of gift I had in that cupboard, but I did know that if I ever felt jittery, I would get real low blood sugar. I would take that pink drink, and immediately I was like, oh, I feel so much better. And I thought it was like this magical drink that I wanted to just save. I was like, I can only use it when I have to use it because I don't want to run out. But during this time, I developed really bad postpartum depression, and I did not have that with my other 2 babies. So it really threw me for a loop there, and it got so bad, very severe and very scary, to the point that I couldn't trust myself with my kids anymore. I thought of running away. I thought of just taking my baby and leaving. And I know that sounds awful and horrible, and I can't imagine doing that now, but I was not in my right mind. And it's nuts what your body does after you have babies. And it makes me sad to even tell you that. But after getting some help with my midwives and calling them, they put me on a low dose of like Zoloft. And, I took that for a few weeks, and it took the edge off. It did. It helped a little bit. And I called them though, and I said, listen, I'm not crying all day long, but I'm not myself. I am still so angry and so anxious and so just not patient. I have no energy. I feel awful all the time. I want to fall asleep at 7 o'clock at night. And every day I dread waking up. And they were like, well, I really don't want to put you on anymore. You're going to have to just see how this goes. And I'm like, goodness. And so meanwhile, my good friend Jessica had started taking Plexus, and because I had told her about it, I told her, hey, I was like, you want to make some money? You should go do that Plexus company. My friends do it. They make a ton of money. I'm not going to do it, but you should do it. And so, but I saw her succeeding in the business and succeeding with her health. And I thought, well, I have nothing to lose. I might as well take that product that's sitting in my cupboard. So I did. And I decided I was going to take it consistently. And 3 days later, I realized I hadn't eaten any of the Girl Scout cookies. And I actually felt like taking my kids to the park. And that is something that I hadn't done since I had baby number 3. And he was like 7 months old. So I immediately was like, there is hope. Oh my goodness. And as the time went on, as I kept like taking the products, I felt better every single day. And it was little things and things that I didn't really notice. or that I wouldn't have that, like, I had to think about it. I realized, wait a second, I'm taking pictures of my kids. I have energy to go an extra block around, you know, I have, I'm happier. I actually want to spend time with my husband. And then the weight fell off. And I mean, I was a size 12 when I started, and that was in March. And in June, I was a size 6. And it was just because I was craving water. I was craving good foods. I threw away those Girl Scout cookies because they just went bad. Like, I mean, they probably didn't go bad. They have too many preservatives in them, but I was like, nobody's eating them. Let's just throw them away. Like, that's nuts. Who throws away Girl Scout cookies, you know? And as I have gone along this journey, the changes are so dramatic, where I went from just hoping to be a little more patient with my kids, to crying a little bit less, to feeling a little more joyful, that it has expanded. I mean, I don't even know how to put it into words. I really don't. And we were able to, 2 years ago, it was very evident that we needed to get out of ministry. And we were able to do that because Plexus was paying all of our bills. It became that lucrative for us, and it has continued. And we were able to move wherever we wanted and do whatever we wanted and make our own schedule and go to whatever church we wanted, because we weren't the ministers and choose to be as involved or not involved. It has completely changed our life over the last 5 years. And I am so thankful for it. So that's a little part of my story.
And do you want to share a little bit about your son's story too?
Super quick. Yes. My son, Owen, the third one, he was born with very severe allergies to food and environmental things. He's anaphylactic to eggs, peanuts, and tree nuts, but even dust, which is nuts. Too much dust, cleaning out things totally blows up, goes into anaphylaxis. And so, he was on several medications, prescription drugs, from about 6 months on till, we just kept going, until we started on the kids' multivitamins and the probiotic and chewable, the probiotic multivitamin chewable. And within 8 weeks, his eczema was completely gone, 100%, without using daily Zyrtec, without any ointments. And before, it was so bad, he would be bleeding. One of his first words was itchy. Okay. Like, it was so bad. And so he has been able to be off of those prescription drugs thanks to that. And he takes those vitamins every day still, and he never gets sick. My children never get sick. They always poop. They're always healthy. And we don't do antibiotics. We don't ever have to get them. It's such a blessing.
Thank you. I wanted you to touch on that. When I hear your story, I think of so many people that struggle with the postpartum depression, and who would guess that, our products help with that too. With that pink drink with the Probio 5 and the magnesium, everything synergistically working to just address.
I did want to say, I was up to 170 or 150 milligrams of Zoloft, and now I'm down to 25. And so we've just been tapering over the years. And so, Lord willing, this summer we'll get completely off. And so I would not have been able to do that without Plexus.
Right. And we always say, work with your doctor, and doctors want to get you off the prescriptions usually, and so that's very much what we recommend too. And so happy for you, Sara, and your family, and what a blessing. And Sara is an Emerald ambassador too. So, all right, we'll go on to Tami.
Hey guys,
Hey.
thank you, Marla, for this opportunity to share my story. I hope it encourages someone to at least try Plexus, right? So I'm going to take you all the way back to May of 2014. That long ago is the day or the month that my cousin introduced me to Plexus. I'll never forget it. She called me. She was so excited. Oh my gosh, I had found something that's helping me and helping my husband. And she went on for 3 months with me telling her, I'm not interested, but thank you. I'm so glad it's working for you. It's not for me. And I really don't know why I was so adamant about it not being for me, other than the fact that I didn't think I needed them. So just a little background. I'm in central Indiana. I have 2 college kiddos, soon to be empty nesting mama here. And at the time they were in high school, my daughter was graduating and about to go off to college. And so one day out of the blue, the light bulb started going off. And I thought, you know what? My cousin keeps telling me the money she's making, how the products are helping her husband, who's a type 2 diabetic. And I thought, well, maybe, just maybe, this would help financially as we send our firstborn off to college. And number 2, I have a type 1 diabetic son. And so I thought, if they're helping her type 2 diabetic husband, who, you know, needs regulated blood sugars, then perhaps it could help my type 1. So I said yes. Still super skeptical, and started the products. And in 1 week, I was sleeping better and I had more energy. And I was sold. I was like, okay, I haven't felt this good in a long time. I didn't need that afternoon crash. Wow. Or that afternoon nap. I was always crashing 2 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And so I thought, okay, there's something to this. Started becoming more and more of a believer the more I would see things happen or not happen anymore. And for example, one of those was IBS. I had IBS horribly, irritable bowel syndrome, if you're not familiar with that. Basically, I would eat something and within minutes have to run to the bathroom. And that was starting to go away. And this was after I started taking the triplex. And joint pain, I'd get up and I'm like, okay, in 40s, why do I have joint pain? I'm not like, you know, an old person. For whatever reason, I had joint pain. I would get up and in the morning and start my day and my joints would hurt. And I'm like, okay. After a few weeks of being on the triplex again, I'm like, my joints aren't hurting. That's strange. I quit eating Rolaids like they were candy. I was no longer having chronic headaches. Again, mind you, for 3 months, I told her no because I didn't think I needed them. Okay. I was not adding up here because of the things that were starting to go away. I started realizing, wow, I had gotten so used to life that way that I thought it was normal. I thought everybody my age has joint pain, I guess. Everybody has headaches. Everybody has cravings. Everybody gains weight at this age, you know, on and on and on. But I started feeling so much better. And so again, I was sold. I thought there's something to this. I don't understand it all. At that point, I thought, you know, I've got to share these. People need to know that they don't have to feel so crappy. They don't have to feel so run down. You don't have to just adopt that as that's just part of life. That's just how it is. And so I became a huge, obviously, believer and started sharing my testimony on social media, like most of you all do or have seen others do, and a business that I was not expecting nor really wanting evolved. I was happy to make a little bit of extra income to help my daughter with college so she wouldn't have to work, but I sure wasn't expecting to ever reach a 6-figure level. I mean, an Emerald ambassador, Sara, Marla, I'm not sure who else is there. but you get Alexis, you get a stipend for Alexis, you get mini perks, you get trips to Hawaii. I mean, the list goes on and on, the perks that Plexus has brought to my life. Feeling better, I mean, there's no other products out there that I am aware of that do what Plexus products do with the gut health, especially the compensation plan that is attached to personal growth and development. And for me, that has been enormous, enormous. I was the person who didn't read books. I read magazines. I watched movies. I didn't sit down and read book after book after book. I'm already on my 4th one for this year. And I am constantly, and it's been that way for the last 3 or 4 years, I'm constantly reading something, sometimes 2 or 3 books at a time. So the personal growth and development has made me just thrive in life and be a better mom, be a better wife, be a better friend. It is just, I eat it up. I cannot get enough. And really funny story is now I am actually writing a book. So how do you go from I don't read books to I'm writing a book? Personal growth and development, and it's Plexus. Plexus has done this for me. This opportunity that has been presented to me. I feel like it's just in this little package called a pink drink and the triplex combo. But you guys, it's so much more than that little package. It's all this other stuff that has been gifted to me, and I say by my Lord and Savior, because I wasn't looking for this, and it came knocking on my door, and I simply opened it up, and I opened it up to this life that my Creator wanted for me to have, that I wasn't walking in because I didn't feel good. I slept. I told somebody the other day, I said, I can't believe the many hours and days and months that I slept my life away. Like, oh, to have that back. And so it goes, I mean, I could go on and on and on, but for lack of time, Plexus has changed my life. It's changed my life. So, not to mention what it's done, the things I've already mentioned, but I'll just add just this tiny blurb here. I was diagnosed with cancer in 2019, and my Plexus team is like a family to me, and they had my back. They had my back more so than my own personal family, and I've got a fantastic family, not knocking on that, more than my church family, and I have a fantastic church family, but my Plexus family knocked it out of the park. They were there for me. They loved on me. They're the ones that got me to Emerald during the time that I was actually recovering from surgery, is when I hit Emerald. I mean, go figure. So the blessings that have come through this avenue, through this opportunity that Plexus presents, is second to none, and I cannot say enough about it. So I'm gonna stop right there. Usually I'm a talker and I could keep going.
I know, I get emotional too. And the first time I saw Tami was when we all were on the Emerald stage at convention. And Tami, they chose out of all the Emeralds, I think there were over 200 of us that ranked up that year. And Tami spoke, and I was standing right behind her on stage. And I thought, oh, this woman is just, she has a gift with speaking. And I was just so impressed with you. And I'm so excited to hear you're writing a book. I don't think we shared that.
I haven't put it out there quite yet. Well, a little bit.
Congratulations. So proud of you. That's awesome. Yeah. And it's the gift that keeps giving, when you lean into what's here and learn more and do more and just kind of follow what you're seeing, it is amazing. And yeah, I still can't believe I'm a Sapphire ambassador, right? It's like, that was not my plan, but God laughs when we make a plan, right? So thank you, Tami. So I hope that as you guys were listening, if you're, that if you think of somebody that can be blessed by hearing anything that was shared tonight, reach out. And what if it's something that, would bless them forever and that they're searching for? I mean, I really thought as I got older, I was supposed to feel worse. And if I wouldn't have leaned into this, and I did it for the weight loss only, I wanted to lose 10 pounds and I was going to get my money back. Well, what I didn't plan on is my migraines went away, my fibromyalgia symptoms, my acid reflux, I was finally regular. I wasn't taking naps all the time. All those things outweighed the losing weight because I just thought that was part of getting older. So what a blessing. Yes. So I was going to share a little bit too. So tonight we are offering a steal the deal. So you have till 11 o'clock. And we're going to give you $20 back if you enroll, or if you have a friend that you want to go over and say, hey, we have a special tonight. We're going to offer $20 off. And Plexus already has a huge incentive right now for anything with our Joyome skincare is 15% off the welcome pack. That's the already wholesale price. So it's really a good time to buy. And then we have a referral bonus, like a friendship bonus, that when you enroll as an ambassador, wholesale ambassador, you can help 3 friends for accountability. And in the first 30 days, Plexus will give you like over $300. It's like crazy how much that we get back just by helping others. So that's also available, and we can have gut health parties or however you want to handle it. We're doing little chat parties in Messenger now too that are really working well. They're 15-minute little get-togethers, and people are learning fast, and seems like everyone's really busy now, but those are working well as also. So thank you all for joining. We did go a little over 30 minutes, but it was so good. And thank you, Sara. Thank you, Tami. Thank you, Rhonda and Leann, for sharing your story with all of us. You're all a blessing. Thanks so much. Bye.